Hi, and welcome everyone to the very first pilot episode of Hidden History Radio. Thanks for joining us. Tonight we're going to peel back the layers of a story history books barely whisper about, a mission wrapped in ice, shadows, and silence. Operation Highjump. On paper, it was a US Navy training mission to Antarctica, but in truth, it may have been something much darker. In August of 1946, Admiral Richard E. Byrd, one of America's most celebrated polar explorers, was chosen to lead Operation Highjump, the largest Antarctic expedition ever assembled. More than 4,700 men, 13 ships, 33 aircraft, an armada unlike anything the southern continent had ever seen. The official line? A routine training exercise, testing equipment in extreme cold, establishing a research base on the frozen continent. But almost from the beginning, things didn't add up. The operation was scheduled to last 6 to 8 months. Instead, after just 2 months, it was abruptly cut short. Why? The Navy explained it away as weather difficulties and logistical challenges. But scattered reports tell a more chilling story. Accounts of ships damaged, aircraft destroyed, men lost. Some say 2 ships crippled, 4 to 6 planes gone, and as many as 68 sailors and soldiers dead. Official reports admit to accidents, but not nearly at that scale. Was it just bad luck in the harshest place on Earth? Or something far stranger? When the survivors came home, rumors began to swirl. Whispers of things seen in the skies above the ice. Lights that moved too fast, objects no plane of the 1940s could match. In 1947, Admiral Byrd himself gave a startling interview to a Chilean newspaper. He spoke of a new enemy, one with the ability to fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds, flying objects fast enough to circle the planet in hours. This was years before the UFO craze would grip America. What exactly had Byrd and his men seen in Antarctica? And then there is the missing diary, supposedly written by Byrd himself, discovered and published decades after his death. In its pages, Byrd claims he flew into a lush, green valley beyond the ice, that his plane was seized by advanced craft, that he met beings from the inner Earth, guardians of hidden technology. Mainstream historians dismiss it as a hoax, but for conspiracy researchers, it's a key piece of the puzzle, proof that Operation Highjump uncovered something the world wasn't ready to know. The mystery doesn't end with the mission. In 1988, Admiral Byrd's son, also named Richard, disappeared. Weeks later, he was found frozen to death in a warehouse in Baltimore, the official cause hypothermia. But his death has long fueled speculation. Was it just a tragic accident, or was he silenced because he knew too much about his father's secrets? 2 men, 1 family, both wrapped in mysteries the official record won't explain, and still the story stretches into the present. Because in the satellite age, the ice has secrets of its own. High-resolution images of Antarctica have revealed strange anomalies, dark circular formations near the poles that some say resemble vast openings into the Earth. NASA calls them shadows, tricks of light, collapsed ice caves, but others believe they're doorways, hidden entrances to the hollow Earth described in Byrd's diary. And then there are the pyramids, snow-capped angular peaks that rise above the ice, photographed by explorers and visible on Google Earth. Geologists dismiss them as nunataks, mountain peaks poking through the ice sheet, but their shapes are uncanny, sharp, symmetrical, too precise to be natural. For many, they are evidence of a lost civilization buried beneath Antarctica, a world swallowed by the ice but never fully forgotten. Think of it. Operation Highjump begins in 1946, ends in disaster in 1947. Byrd speaks of objects faster than anything on Earth. His diary tells of hidden civilizations below. His son dies mysteriously in 1988, and today satellites and explorers still capture images that suggest something beneath the ice is waiting to be found. So what really happened in Antarctica in 1947? Was Operation Highjump just a training exercise, or a desperate battle with something humanity wasn't meant to face? Were the deaths and losses nothing more than accidents in hostile terrain, or evidence of a war fought in silence against an enemy the world still doesn't understand? And what of Admiral Byrd's missing diary? and his son's untimely, chilling death. And finally, the modern question. Are the pyramids, the openings, the anomalies seen from space just tricks of nature, or the same secrets Byrd hinted at so many decades ago? These are the questions that linger in the ice, questions the history books refuse to answer. Thank you for listening to the first pilot episode of Hidden History Radio. If you enjoyed this journey into Operation Highjump, subscribe and stay with us, because the past is never really frozen. The next secret is already waiting.